Hello everyone, my name is Christina Martinez and I am going to be doing my presentation on my community, which just so happens to be New Oxford, Pennsylvania. You will also hear some about Hanover, Pennsylvania because of New Oxford, PA being so small. We do not even have a grocery store within New Oxford. Hanover, PA is right next to us, and you close your eyes and you'll be there in 5 seconds. New Oxford is that small. So I will begin by telling you about the demographics of my community. The population in New Oxford, PA is 2,286, with 67.3% of those people being Caucasian, 28.2% of those people being Spanish, 2% with two or more races, 1% African American, 0.8% Asian, 0.5% American Indian, and 0.2% other. The male to female ratio here in New Oxford is approximately half, with females being 1% more than male. The median age is 33, and 48% of all New Oxford, Pennsylvania's population is married. 75% of people in New Oxford speak English, and 23% speak Spanish. The quality of life. Education. We have only 3 public schools, an elementary, a middle, and a high. Most people have graduated high school, around 83%, and 13% have a bachelor's degree or higher. Crime out of 100,000. There is about 145 violent crimes, 799 property crimes. There is only a 1 in 414 chance of being a victim of a violent crime. New Oxford, Pennsylvania is 35% safer than any other U.S. city. There are approximately 45% of people in New Oxford that are religious, with 14.92% of them being Catholic, 0.87% LDS, 2.81% another Christian affiliate. The rest of the religious people in New Oxford choose to be non-denominational. About 21% of all people who live in New Oxford do live in poverty. Welcome to the snack capital of the world. This is going to be discussing Hanover, Pennsylvania, and York County. In Hanover, Pennsylvania, and York County, I apologize, we have Frito-Lay, Utz, Snyder's, Martin's, Bickles, Weege Pretzels, Schultz Pretzels, Hanover Brands, Stauffer's, Ravona Pretzels, Wolfgang Candy, and Tasty Snack. These factories employ a good part of Hanover, Pennsylvania, New Oxford, Pennsylvania, McSherrystown, and York County communities. Utz was in the top 300 largest employers in the entire state. Utz, Snyder's, Ravona, Wolfgang's, Martin's, and Hanover Foods are family owned from generation to generation. And these are formal organizations. Pictured, I have Utz, Snyder's, Wolfgang Candy, and Martin's potato chips. And as I said earlier, we have 3 public schools, with the first being New Oxford Elementary, New Oxford Middle School, New Oxford High School. New Oxford Elementary, students go there from kindergarten to 3rd grade. New Oxford Middle School, students go there from 4th grade to 8th grade. and New Oxford High School from 9th to 12th grade. Informal institutions. This just so happens to be my church, Freedom Valley Church. It is a Protestant church, or a Pentecostal church, I apologize, located in New Oxford, Pennsylvania. And I wanted to talk to you about our state representative, Kate Klunk. I actually went to school with her, and she was 1 year below me. She is a government official that I actually trust. She goes to bat for the community, and if there's ever an issue, I know that I can always call her up and discuss it with her. So go Kate Klunk, we love you. Open Arms Recovery Center. This is an outpatient substance abuse counseling program that myself, pictured on the left, and my best friend, Diane Sponseller, pictured on the right. We have outpatient services. We have intensive recovery groups, women with children groups. We have men's groups. We have intensive outpatient. We are actually becoming a maternal home for Gateway Insurance, where we will have pregnant and postpartum women, and we will assist them with parenting. We will assist them with childcare, and anything else they need, doctor's appointments, dental appointments. We collect clothes for the women and children. We do fundraisers to assist with, if one of our clients get a job, then we assist them with getting boots or whatever they need for work. It was a struggle opening for us because the behavioral health insurance plan that we have here didn't think that we were needed. Although we started off with 25 clients on July 1st, 2016, and now we have approximately 170. So I think that we proved that it was needed. So that's what I do. I am the facility director at Open Arms, and my best friend is the director of operations, and we are a nonprofit. And we love to help people. That's what we're about. Moving on to the next slide. This is the map of New Oxford, Pennsylvania. As you can see in the white area, you blink and it's over. You can see even better right there on the right-hand side how small New Oxford, Pennsylvania is, and why I had to incorporate Hanover. And a community celebration that we have is a Halloween parade, and this has been going on since 1941. The Hanover area Jaycees is responsible for putting this parade on every year. Local businesses make floats, they give out candy to the children. The schools, homecoming princesses and queens, they throw candy and they get to wear their crowns. Dance studios put on a show for the community. It's just a really fun time for everyone involved. Good community. We, as a community, we share concerns of the upcoming generations. Right now, the biggest thing that we are concerned about is the heroin epidemic. Our community is continuing working together to fight for Medicaid for substance abuse treatment. Our community has built a heroin task force to educate families and, educate our schools as well, to be alert and aware to students or their own family members using drugs and what to look for. The community we have come together and made pill drop-off stations to where if someone has any opiates left over, we can take them to, say, the local police department and get rid of them instead of throwing them in the trash. Um, all of our officers and firemen are using Narcan to save people from overdose. We also have a warm handoff at the hospital where if someone overdoses, a person who is already in recovery comes in and talks with them and encourages the person to get treatment rather than allowing them to go back out on the street and use again. Unless, of course, it is that person's choice to go back out and use again. Locality development. Our community has what we call temporary employment agencies. A person can go to these agencies and the agency has a contract with local businesses to where they can send people for temporary employment. And a good thing that can come out of this is that many of them do get hired on as long as their attendance and performance is good. Our community also comes together to raise monies for our schools by having fundraisers such as Race for Education, where the children run, and for every lap, someone sponsors them. We have candy fundraisers, sub fundraisers, pizza fundraisers, bake sales, book sales, community yard sales, and we also do a car wash to help with educational expenses of our local schools. Community partnerships, we have Open Arms Recovery Center, domestic violence, local shelters, family child resources, our hospitals, OBGYN doctors, child care consultants, which helps with payments of child care for low-income families, Gateway Health Plan, which is assisting us with starting the maternal home, the state rep's office, local churches are always involved, the police department, and Not One More, which is also a nonprofit. If someone does overdose and the family does not have life insurance, they assist with paying for either cremation or burial. And we have all come together, a lot of organizations, to coordinate services for our community that is suffering from addiction, because it's not just the person suffering, it's also the community as well as the family members. Our hospital has paid for grant writers, and the grant writers, they write grants to help overcome barriers of getting into treatment, such as transportation, childcare, anything that is really a barrier, insurance, that money can be used for scholarships for mental health, substance abuse. Our local church has also built a men's house to assist with homelessness while getting substance abuse treatment. We are also working together as a community to get a women and children's house for domestic violence and substance abuse. I think that we are a good community because we come together when we need to and fight for what is right. We develop programs together for the good of the community. We hold fundraisers for the good of our children, and we have a bond and the same interests and beliefs when it comes to our community and wanting it to be a safe place to live in and to raise our children. Thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope you have a wonderful day.